if you're a fan of Worm, you've already been anticipating this like we have. But today, Necropalace was finally released. It's their first album on Century Media after leaving 20 Buck Spin. And first impressions, I don't even, wow. Like,
Yeah, dude.
it's black metal with like, it's almost 80s influence, like guitar solos. Like, they got the Marty Friedman feature on there. And that type of guitar work isn't something you always associate with black metal because it's usually just like balls to the wall,
Yeah.
like heavy blast beats, everything. Like this has so much melody to it. There's a ton of keys, chiming, like bells. Like
Dude, it's like
there's
I would
bits and
call it
pieces of
progressive.
yeah. I
You
would
know,
too.
like
I would agree.
it has everything in it. Elements of new British wave black of metal. You know, like a lot of Iron Maiden I hear in it in the solos, dude. Like you can tell these dudes dig that. And then down into like black metal guttural vocals, talking parts, the chimes, the symphonic. I mean, there is literally something for everybody in this album. And if I mean, I don't know. If you don't find something in there you like, I don't know how you can be a fan of metal. Damn, dude, it's so
Yeah.
good.
Well, as you see, we got the layout of four of the other Worm albums, including the split here with Dream Unending.
Which
I
is
don't
also
have
sick.
I don't have a copy of the earlier Evocation album. If anybody does and wants to sell it, let me know. Hit me up. I will buy it. But here's the new album, Necropalace. The cover artwork was done by Andreas Marshall, who is famous for doing like the Sodom Agent Orange cover. He's done covers for Blind Guardian, for Immolation. I think he did some death stuff. Like he's world renowned in what he does, and you can tell just by looking at this, like this is very much like his style. The like heavily saturated colors.
It's high quality
The fantasy
art.
lore is really cool. I'd show you the inserts and stuff, but I think we'd get flagged on YouTube for it because we can't show boobs. So when you pick up the record, you're in for a pleasant surprise there. The only one downside that I could say is like all of these came with a big like 24 by 36 poster. And my first thought when I seen this coming out, I was like, I hope they put a big ass poster in there again. And they didn't. It's a smaller fold out, but it's a really cool artwork. The layout for it is really cool. So
I actually appreciate that they put a 2 disc, and I love that it's it's extended like that because the songs are fucking massively long.
now, you got like a 2 minute intro here, 10 minute song, 9 minutes, 7 minutes, 12, another 7, and a 14 minute song, coming in at 7 whole tracks for an hour, 2 minutes, and some change. The singles when they were out, like for the last few months, like I've played them repeatedly, and I was already in my head like this is going to be one of the high ranking metal albums of the year for sure.
Yep.
And hearing it in its entirety, I think it's going to be very hard to top. Now, that's a bold statement being February because who knows what is coming out for the rest of the year, but
Yeah, when
these
you said
guys
that,
absolutely
I thought, man. Then I heard it and I was like, shit, he's probably fucking right. Like,
Yeah.
this is good, dude.
These guys absolutely knocked it out of the park. And to see how far they've come since like Foreverglade and Gloomlord and like sound wise, they were very like heavy, doomy, sludgy type of like almost like I called like Foreverglade. It
That's
was
like
very
swamp.
it was very like swampy.
Yeah.
Same with Gloomlord, and that was the theme. That was the idea. We interviewed Brad Moore a while back, who did the cover art for this for Blue Nothing, and I don't remember if he did Gloomlord or not, but they were very swampy themed. Blue Nothing was a little more of that like funeral horror, almost synthy type of sound, where you can see elements of that coming into this record.
Yeah, and also with the split was a little more atmospheric, black metal-y
Yep.
compared to their later work, which is also reflected in this release.
Yeah, this, I mean, I have, outside of the poster thing that I said, when we get into the music, like, there is not a skippable second on this album. Like, I listened to
not
it.
at all.
We got it yesterday, so we've been able to spend a day early with it before most people who had to wait until today. I've listened to it 3 times already. Honestly, I can't wait to listen to it again. I was playing it at home last night. I played it this morning. I was playing it in the front of the store before we started recording this. What do you think your favorite track is so far, if you had to choose one?
If I had to choose, it's Halls of Meeting because that fucking song makes me want to play Castlevania 4
Yeah,
so bad,
I
dude.
love that.
Like this album makes me want to like jam some Castlevania,
Yeah,
do some Dracula stuff with some like chicks.
Halls of Weeping was that was I had already like Necropalace had come out already. That was the first song to get put out. Gates to Shadow Zone kind of like sets the tone and the feel for the album as the intro to go into Necropalace. But I already had heard Necropalace, so when I was listening last night and I heard Halls of Weeping, right at the like it's about 5 minutes in, a little after 5 minutes in, when they change the tone and pick up the pace of the song, and then they go into that like heavy breakdown and keep
Yep.
carrying out the rest of the song. That was when I like went over to my stereo and cranked it up even further than it already was. And like
Yeah, blast
I'm
it.
sitting there like making dinner in my kitchen in the room across from me, and I'm like trying to pay attention to both, and then I'm like burning food in the other room because I'm sitting on the couch like, oh my god, like this is fucking incredible.
Yeah, I like even the lyric content of it, like where and how he says suffering at the end of it
Yeah,
is, I mean, that shit like is cold.
it's got a very yeah like that's the we've talked about this before in the past, but like that icy chilling, like bone cutting, like cold black metal voice that you get, like
yeah.
Stormkeep did that really well. Like Wayfarer puts that out in a really good way. Like obviously Immortal Emperor, etc. But I don't know, man.
That being
like
said, though, that's like you're forcing me to pick a song. This is an album that I feel has to be. It tells
it's a start to
story.
finish record. Yeah,
It
for sure.
tells a story, and every track builds on the last in that story. So, because then the next one is, I believe, so you can read the back.
The song after the Night Has Fangs.
Yeah, that's
the track
a ripper,
after that.
dude.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm kind of hoping maybe this gets a Blu-ray treatment like Absolute Elsewhere did.
It deserves it.
I think having a big booklet of everything in there would be really cool, and having a surround or an Atmos mix of this would benefit it really well, since there is so much atmosphere to it. Because Absolute Elsewhere, I still play that all the time. And
yeah, I don't even
this is
have
like
a setup like that, and I
this
can
is up
appreciate
there.
that at like a 7.1.
Yeah, this is up there with it. Like I would say this is kind of neck and neck with the record, which is cool because I've been waiting for something that kind of competes with it since that came out. Not that there hasn't been a ton of great albums, but everything kind of like fell just a little bit short of what that did for me.
Yeah, once the
for
bar
me personally,
gets put
at
there,
least.
it's like everything. You have to have something else hit that again to get you excited.
Yeah, like nobody could get over that hurdle.
Right.
And there was albums that I loved that came out, and I'm just like, yeah, these are awesome. But and you go back to that, and you're just like, man, like the bar's here, and you guys are like right here. And then like Worm now is like neck and neck with that album. So I'm happy to see the success of the record. I think this is going to be something that we see a ton of, like on Instagram, people posting throughout the day in the next couple weeks. And
yeah,
like,
I wouldn't be surprised if this album, it does
blows
blow
them up. Yeah,
which
because
is
like
all deserving.
Absolute Elsewhere got put in like Time magazine and
Yeah.
stuff. Like I
Yep.
could see this reaching that level of publicity where
It's at that caliber of musicianship, no doubt. Like these guys can play anything, dude. It's so fucking crazy.
and it's just two dudes.
Yeah,
Like that's what
It's
makes
nuts.
it even more crazy.
it's
is
mind
like
blowing.
it's like Dark Throne. Like they've been putting out great music for 30 plus years. And granted, whatever you want to say about like the old versus the middle catalog versus the new, whether you like it or not, like you can't deny that for those two people to be putting out that like echelon of music for that long isn't impressive. So I'm excited to see what Worm does, like, you know, in the future moving past this. But for now, like I want to sit and be able to actually digest this record even more. And like I said earlier, I think come end of the year, this is going to be one of those high up in the top 5, top 10, everybody's list type of thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Sort of like how One of Nine was. Like it seemed like the hype started off a little slow,
Yeah, that seemed like a slow burn.
and then
Now everybody's screaming for represses.
they're sold out like
Yeah, it's
everywhere. They're already
insane.
doing a second repressing of it. Like I could see this selling out quickly and then having to force another repress upcoming like as quick as possible, because once people actually get the time to sit and listen to this, like you're gonna be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, when we're out of here, man, I'm gonna go home, hook up an SNES, Super Castlevania, and that's what I'm doing.
I really like that the songs are long. I'm me personally, like I love a good long like 10, 12, 14-minute song. Like
Yeah, yeah.
when like Opeth, Black Rose Immortal at 21 minutes long. Some people can't stand that shit. I love it.
See, I
Like
have to definitely be in the mood for a song. That albums like this for me are like you can't just listen to one song. It's like you have to watch the whole movie, listen to the whole movie, or because that's what they almost are to me.
right.
It's they tell an entire story from start to finish, and if you chop it up, I don't know, it doesn't sound right. So these epics are definitely fun to sit down with and like digest. You know what I mean? Instead of you got 10 tracks, 9 minutes, and
I
replay.
mean, the shortest song on here is the intro at
Yeah,
2 minutes. Other than that, you got nothing as that's like an actual song
which
under seven.
which surprised me honestly when I first heard the intro,
That
and
it
then
was
it went
short.
into the next. Yeah, because I was like, wait, but it's over already, like, and then it went into Necropalace, which we've already heard, So I was like, I recognized that, and I was like, oh my god, what? Oh, but
Yeah,
it
it's almost,
works.
I would call it almost like the extension of
Yeah, yeah,
Necropalace,
it's all,
really, is I
yeah.
think what it was meant to be.
So you can almost consider that one continuous track.
But yeah, I would like musicianship, like we said, top notch. Like guitar solos are gonna just put you out of in your seat. Like you're gonna have to sit, listen, and be like, holy shit! Like these guys are just like absolutely killing this whole album. It's very,
The solos are
very
so
bright,
good.
and the solos are just like, man.
And they're
Uh,
not like, how some bands have guitar solos that go on forever and you're like almost waiting for them to be over.
yeah,
These
you're
guys,
like, get this asshole
well,
out of
right, you're
here.
like, this shit is just like perfectly placed and they're not, no, nothing's like too long. And the tones in them, I mean, like I said earlier about Iron Maiden, that's what and maybe that's because, early we were doing that other thing. It's like I hear a lot of Maiden in the solos. It's cool.
Definitely.
Love it.
One thing I did want to mention that somebody brought up to me is this back cover looks very dissection somber lane esque. And like initially, I didn't notice that, but somebody had commented on my photo on Instagram and said that, and then I looked at like my copy of the record and was like, oh yeah, shit, like I totally see that for sure. Influence for the band, for I'm sure Dissection was a huge influence on them because you hear a lot of that melodic, atmospheric type of black metal in the music. But I'm really happy for these guys to be getting the notoriety that they are. To be on Century Media is huge. That's a big push in their music getting out there. Not that $20 spin did a bad job by any means. They just Century Media is
Century
it's a
Media.
force, man.
Yeah. Congratulations to them, no
So to
doubt.
come from that and keep working up, like I love to see it. And like we said, if you haven't heard this, check it out. Go to your local record store, pick it up online. If you don't have a local record store, do whatever you have to do to be able to get it in your ears. Listen to it. I promise you will not be disappointed. Like, if you're a fan of black metal or metal in general, like Jeremy said, I don't know how you could not like it.
That's what yeah, I mean, like it touches on like all the little subgenres of metal inside of it. That's what really kind of amazes me about it overall.
Definitely. So, with that being said, this was your Noise Avocation stamp of approval for the album. Check it out. Go buy it. Listen to it, stream it, whatever you got to do.
Don't sleep on this shit.
We got some other things in the works and a couple really cool interviews, actually, which I won't spoil, but some other really great metal releases coming out within the next few weeks, and we'll be covering a couple of them. So,
Yeah, so far this year has been awesome for new music.
right, we're out of here.
Peace.